t-shirts were always cool, but country t-shirts aren't cool anymore, you know, because you walk around and you think I'm cool, like my t-shirt saying, like, I did the Rolling Stones. But nowadays people look at that t-shirt and all that's saying is, that guy shops at Target. I do shop at Target, I'm not ashamed. I don't shop at Walmart. Oh, fuck that place. I don't like them. I don't like them. I'm going to tell you why. Because they look down their nose at their customers. Do you know that the in-house brand of blue jeans at Walmart is called Faded Glory? That's just fucking cruel right there. Because if you're buying your blue jeans at Walmart, your glory days faded a long time ago. Like, what other names did they turn down, right? Like Lonesome Alcoholic Jeans. No, we're not doing that. And then I got annoyed because there was a couple earlier this year that was arrested trying to sell their baby at a Walmart parking lot. What bullshit is that? I mean, I understand selling your baby, right? That's fine by me. If you're going to do it, don't do it at a Walmart parking lot. Do it at a good store where you're going to get top dollar for that fucking baby. Sharper Image, something like that. Tiffany's. And then what pissed me off was Walmart. They, right away, this is what they do. They put out a press release. Walmart did. And they said, we just want to make sure everybody knows that Walmart had absolutely nothing to do with the sale of this baby. Like, no shit, Walmart would have nothing to do with the sale of that baby. That baby was made in America. Tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 32 years old. I was born in 1979. 1979, I believe, was the year of the dragon. I can't be sure because I don't have a placemat next to me. But I'm a married man also. I got married 2 years ago. Usually people applaud at that. That's why I paused. No, it's too late. I've been married for 2 years, and I think enough time has passed that I can now say with authority that the best thing about being married is getting engaged. All downhill from there. No. I talk about being married on stage, but you know how hard that makes it to get laid on the road? I don't cheat. I don't. You know, my wife makes me say that. I don't. I have been 100% faithful to my wife, if you let me round up. We've been having, I don't know, trouble just as soon as we got back from our honeymoon, things just started to go to shit, you know? Because that's the point where we had to combine our finances. And that's when she found out just how broke I really am. My parents warned you, you know? Then she starts talking whimsically about all the guys she could have married. You know, talking about her last boyfriend before me, what a hero. You know, his bank account had a comma in it. And then she tells me about the big fish, the one that got away, an internet millionaire she dated, could have married an internet millionaire. Yeah, this guy came up with the world's first gay paraplegic website called fruitsandvegetables.com. That's weird. I wonder how many people didn't laugh at that because they were looking around the room to make sure there was no dude in a wheelchair with frosted tips. It's nice to be here. I like the Berkshires. How many people are from the Berkshires? Right, applause, yeah? It's good. It's nice to be back. So I noticed now that I've been married 2 years, I think that's the point where people start to ask you if you're going to have children. You know, when are you going to have babies? You're going to have children. And we're not. We're not. My wife and I, we decided. Well, not right now. What we decided is we're not going to have a baby until we are absolutely certain that that baby is the only thing that will save our marriage. No, we talked about my wife. Okay, my wife doesn't want to have a kid because she doesn't want to give up her figure, you know. And I don't want to have a kid because I don't want to give up my wife's figure. And so we came to the decision, but then we had to tell our families. You know, we had to break it to everybody that we aren't going to have kids, and that didn't go well. My mother took it the worst. My mother actually tried to bargain with us. My mother said, well, what if you were to conceive a child in a lab and I were to carry it to term for you? That's the God's honest truth. She said that to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just like, Mom, you were like the giving tree, right? When are you going to stop giving? What a generous offer. I'm so touched, you know, and it's as much fun as I'm sure it would be to raise my brother's son. I'm going to have to turn you down, right? Because, I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I think the only time in my life that it's appropriate for my mother and my sperm to come in contact is when she was doing my laundry. I challenge you to think of another appropriate time. There really is not. Can't blame her. My mom's grandmother already. My sister had a baby. Yay! It's amazing. Yeah. She's adorable. Her name I forget right now, but she's cute. Olivia. She's. Oh my God, I love her. Let me just tell you, this is the best time to be an uncle because the baby, she's 17 months old right now, right? And that's like the best time to be an uncle when they're 17 months old. Because first of all, on one hand, she's as cute as a button. And all the other nice thing is that right now, I'm not at that point where I have to act like I'm impressed with her coloring. So that's pretty cool. But my mother, we thought naively that when she became a grandmother that was going to, like, you know, scratch the itch and the pressure was off us, but it's not. It's like a fucking drug. It's like when a drug dealer gives you your first hit of crack, you know? Now she's just itching for another one. She's looking at us like, when are you gonna score? I think everybody who becomes a grandparent for the first time, I think that they lose their mind just a little bit. I think that's when they start to slide. I think that's it. And I think the reason is because they love that baby so much that they lose their mind. And the reason I think that is because every grandparent I have ever met has, by choice, given themselves the stupidest names to be called for the rest of their lives. That's why you have grandparents with like names like Opa and Yaya. Ha and Ding Ding. These are not names for adult human beings. These are names for panda bears at the zoo. Some and Grandpa Ling Ling, you know? They're terrible names. They sound like they should be web pages, right? Like at some point in our history, somebody said, oh, where's Google these days? She went to Florida with Yahoo. Well, that's another reason I don't want to have kids, because I don't want to have grandkids. I tell you what, I'd rather die alone, leave my debts to charity, than to have a 17-year-old eulogize me with a rest in peace Googie. It's not going to happen. And the thing that you don't realize is that it's embarrassing as shit for your grandkids. Because we have to refer to you for the rest of your lives by your stupid name that you chose, and we had nothing to do with it. When you're 6 years old, right? What are you going to do? You have to do it. Do you want a goddamn ice pop? And then your friends are making fun of you, right? And they're laughing, but you know they got a dum-dum and a U-Haul back home too. So embarrassing. I remember when I was 7 years old, I begged my grandmother. I was 7 years old. I just begged, can I please, my friends are making fun of me, can I please call you by your real names? And she gave me this one. It's a classic. She goes, oh, no, honey. No. You see, we have something special, you and I. You see, everyone else in the world gets to call us Rita and Al, but only you get to call us Poo Poo and Pee Pee. I don't like people. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't like people. I'm going to qualify that, but more and more I just realize, I get annoyed with people who take their jobs too seriously, especially when they have a shitty job. They take that shit too seriously. Like I was driving up here, and I was driving up to Taconic, and there's a straightaway, and there was guys that were doing work like the lawn, like mowing the lawn on the side of the Taconic, right? And they're guys, and they're doing fucking manly work. They're in the sun, and they're working on shit, and they're laying tar, right? The guy who annoys me is the one who's right at the front with the two flags. Right? So I'm driving, right? I'm about 150 yards away, and the guy gives me the slow down button. Apply a little pressure to the brake. All right. Does it again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna humor you a little more. A third time. Hey, asshole, it's 150 yards and we've had an interaction 3 times. How the fuck fast could I be going? So I'm going past this guy at a crawl, right? After the 3rd time I go to crawl, and he gives me a, what the fuck? If I was going slower, I would be in reverse at this point. Oh, and I was so pissed off. If I wasn't running late for a gig, I literally would have turned around, come back, and whipped past him 90 miles an hour with my door open. Fuck that guy. And this is my question. The guy in the boat crew with the flags, does he have like seniority? Has he been laying tar for so long that now he gets to wind out his days like a stud farm just doing this shit all day? Or is he somebody's retarded brother that they just had to hire and like standing there with flags? Because at the end of the week, you know, they're all having beers on a Friday, and all the other guys are talking shit about their week, you know? Oh shit, I got tar on my hand and it burned a hole right through, what a tough week. And this guy's got to come up with some story, right? And he was like, oh my god, the other day I was there, and there was this Nissan Sienna, and I gave him this, and he ignored me, so I did it 2 more times. And finally, I had to give him a what the fuck? Goddamn fool. Yeah! That's probably somebody in my family because it sounded drunk. Who was it? We all have that same slur. I know that asshole! Trying to get in shape, I'm trying to drink less, I'm trying to drink more water. I wanted to, you know, not look fat and doughy for you people. It's more for my wife. My wife's a personal trainer, and she says that I'm a bad calling card. We have a weird relationship because I'm a comic, and she, you know, she has a real job. And she goes to work in the morning, and then I get up, and I clean the house, and I do the dishes, and I do all this other shit. And then, yeah, and then I make dinner. I'm a 1950s housewife, is what I am. Seriously, I make the dinner, I clean the house, she comes home, I give her some head, then we have She tells me how to vote. It's a great setup that we have going on. Hooked on diet pills, it's wonderful. She doesn't really appreciate what I do for a living. She doesn't understand it. Because to her, all she sees is the fun stuff. She sees me performing in a club or a theater and all that, and she doesn't see the work side of it, you know? So she gives me this like every day. She comes home, she goes, you know, she goes, I know what you're doing today, right? You probably got up at noon, you smoked some pot, you played with yourself, and then you talked to one of your douchebag comic friends on the phone for an hour, or the phone. And I'm like, do you have one of those hidden camera teddy bears? Because that is damn accurate of what I actually did today. It's eerie. Yeah, we got a cat. Our cat is adorable. His name is Archie. He's the cutest little thing you've ever seen. He loves me so much. He does. My cat, let me just tell you, every day when I go to bed, this cat climbs the bed, walks up the length of my body, cuddles himself up on my chest to go to sleep for the night, listening to my heartbeat. So, oh my god, you gotta picture him. Ginger hair, pointiest little ears you've ever seen, right? He gets up there, he moves the blankets around just so, he starts purring, and I'm in heaven, right? And it's so cute. And then he turns and he puts his asshole right into my nose. I had to get the cat fixed recently because I was sick of teabagging. It's just the way it is. I'm learning a lot. I am learning a lot being married. But this is the thing. We've been married for 2 years, but we've lived together for like 7 or 8 years before that. Like, how many people here have done the living in sin thing? How many people have done it? It's the fucking best, right? This is what's great, is that our generation is like the first generation where that stigma is truly gone. Like, nobody gives a shit. Like now it's like, yeah, that's smart, you should do that. Like, my parents' generation, that was a little frowned upon. Their parents' generation, that wasn't done. And the generation before that, not only was that not done, you didn't even have sex before you got married. Holy shit. That's like that and slavery are the 2 things from the past I don't fucking understand at all. Not having sex. You're gonna live the rest of your life with this person. You don't know what they're like in bed until your wedding night. What happens your wedding night? You find out that your partner can't come unless he's dressed like Batman. Then you're stuck for the rest of your life. Anytime you're horny, you have to shine a flashlight on the ceiling, you know? Sin thing, man. You guys are, I'm having so much fun. My time's almost up. I'm loving you guys. This is great. I want to close out, first of all, a quick shameless plug. If you guys haven't heard it yet, I have a podcast called the Movie Preview Review Podcast. And every week, or every episode, we review another movie based on only seeing the previews. And yeah, it's pretty funny and it's pretty cool, and I hope that you can check it out. And the last thing I want to tell you before I leave is, I've been trying to do this, is I feel that I have this platform, and sometimes, you know, why don't I use it to try to make the world better? And so what I like to do is maybe shine a spotlight on something in the world that's bothering me and come up with ways to make it better. And that's why I want to tell you about this. This is what's been bothering me lately. There's a group of people out there who have been re-editing classic works of literature. Works by like Mark Twain and Edith Wharton. And they're taking those, they're re-editing them, and they're taking out the words that they deem objectionable by today's standards. They're putting the books back on the shelves for future generations. And that really bothers me because first, who are we to change a word that Mark Twain wrote, right? You wouldn't paint over Picasso, don't erase a word that he wrote. Thank you. And it bothers me because as a performing artist, I am very much against censorship in all of its forms, and I think that that's censorship. And I wanted to tell you guys about it so you were aware of it, so you wouldn't buy these books. But I want to tell you, don't worry, because I've fought back against these people. Yeah, I'm fighting back against. What I've done is I've started to fight back. I've started to re-edit other classic works of literature by adding objectionable phrases to them. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was a real motherfucker. I will not eat green eggs and ham, I will not eat them, Sam, you cunt. Things like that. That's all my time. Thank you all very much.